All right, so today's video, we are back with another Where Are They Now? The way the Where Are They Now works is I have previously spectated this player before, and now they'll submit a VOD later on to see if they've progressed, if they need more to work on, etc. The really fun part, we have a lot of these videos. If you haven't seen them, they're really good. Actually interesting because these videos actually are they're really fun because you get to see the progress of these players. Now, previously, we watched this player 16 months ago. It's a long time ago, so probably towards the original part of the Spectating series. And at that point, they were a Bronze 1 support on console. And in the last VOD, they played Moira, and their game ended up in an interesting 4v4. And the feedback we gave at the time was to stop tunnel visioning too much on targets and knowing when to back off and help teammates. There's a lot of tunnel vision, a lot of what you see normally. So this game is on Circuit Royale, and they say, hi, we're back at Circuit Royale, and I feel like I did the same thing as before, but better. I still tunnel vision and have some poor plays, but overall, I've improved. Moira is a comfort pick, so I switched when I felt I wasn't providing enough value. The good and the bad will make this one a challenge to guess, I'm sure. I only solo queue, so that may be a hint for you. If you could help me climb, I would greatly appreciate it. Hey, we'll see where you're at. We'll see what the progress is. Go from there. He said they have better tunnel vision now? I don't know if that's what they meant, but imagine. All right, here we go.
Come to me for heals.
All right, playing angles. So far, so good.
You take a lot of damage, huh?
All right, I want to show people something. I think this is a good opportunity. What was their original rank? Bronze 1. This is just kind of like for everybody on Circuit Royale. I'm going to introduce you to something because I still, including myself, don't use it as much as I should. You ready? There's a doorway here now. Literally a doorway. If you get stuck on this side, stop running to the middle of the open here to try to position yourself. There's literally a doorway with a health pack. And then a doorway that goes up here that gets you here. Isn't that great? That got added when they did the map changes. So I hope that people learned on that one. Now, obviously, if they have control of here, they might be able to get kills on you. But when you have, it's better to go into this room and survive here and just chill rather than just run it down mid over and over again and make it hard on people to keep you healed. Just a, side note. Yeah, there's more paths. I can show you as we go through the video. I'm okay with that cleanse. Your cleanse isn't really needed right now initially, so going in there to make sure your soldier survives, and then they get headshot by a Widow anyway. Isn't that great? Isn't it great that, you helped your soldier survive that, and then immediately the Widow across the map just rolls them? How's it going, Beaver?
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
What is that melody?
Morning to you too. Don't use your ult here. Back away. So far, your gameplay's actually been fairly clean. I haven't been worried too much about some of your stuff. Aim's been pretty good. Right there, the only thing I would say is try to find the moment you can shift out, shift out. That's a tough one. I think you're fine. So the cleanse was fine. I look at it now, that Sigma shouldn't be trying to solo ult in that room anyway. It's hard to follow up. So good cleanse. Totally fine with that. I know they had Sigma ultimate, but that Sigma can't really follow up in that room, efficiently. So I think that's okay. Totally fine. Good start. Just a solid start out of you.
Sniper, don't get shot.
Fine with the cleanse, you're clearing them out. Once again, I'm looking at certain opportunities here. Some cleanses are going to be bad, some cleanses won't be as good. Got out, healed your team. Nice job. I guess this is another thing to show people. This doorway now exists too, because that was just used, so this is good. Also, that Kitsune is... We'll talk about it in a second. Yeah, this hallway here is new, so you can take this high ground up here. You have this new high ground spot that can be used. You have access both ways to get up there. See? So this part of the map is good to control. You can also go here as a good position spot if you need to survive. Yeah, position's been fine. I'm not too worried about it. I do want to see where the ult goes though.
Under my protection.
Ult is good. Ult's fine. I just wanted to make sure it went all the way down. Totally fine with the ult. Everything's good so far. Fine with that cleanse. Soldier got headshot. Can't do anything about that. Don't stand still too much there. Totally clean. Good position in, like all solid here. All solid. Oh, we have ad? Okay, I got you.
Heroes never die. Personne n'échappe à mon regard. Reading your cards.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't see the cleanse. I was taking a sip out of my coffee, but I'm sure it was fine.
I'm on fire.
Don't be afraid to cleanse your mercy. Right idea. I mean, even the timing's... okay. I don't know if, like, there's communication in this game, but what... And this is just for anybody here. Once again, I know that sometimes people are out of voice chat or, like, there's no comms going on, but if you do have comms here, just let your mercy know that you have cleanse in, like, 1 second, and that you'll cleanse them on res when you have it. It's a very small thing, but I think that could help a ton. Just be like, I have cleanse, you know, that 1 extra second difference, you cleanse the res, boom, now you have a full team fight. So. Getting out, nice. Good cleanse, totally fine, nice.
Be careful.
Need to try to help your Sigma. Don't be afraid to TP if you have to for a second, because the position was fine. You're good, nice. Good job by your mercy, keeping him up. There's no way you're in bronze anymore, by the way. I can tell you that much. There's a 0% chance you're in bronze. I'll put it at 0.01 just to have that, you know, just in case. But I don't think it. Don't be afraid to ult this. Take it. I mean, what can I say?
The Kitsune gains new champions.
Even that ultimate I love because you're guaranteeing the point. Something we talk about all the time. Great job. Because, like, you don't know if you're going to get the point. And I'm always in the mindset of, especially when there's a lot of time, if it guarantees you get the point, then take that opportunity. I'm okay with that. It's not a perfect ultimate, but it guarantees you get the point, and that's what I like. Trying to do too much there. That's on you. I don't mind you trying to get an off angle, but you don't need to force that off angle for a little bit. What do I think they've improved on most of it? Well, there's no tunnel vision happening. They're helping their teammates way more often than before, so, like, there's a lot of... It's just a shift in, like, everything. It's basically seeing what they just improved on the things they struggled at last time. Like, straight up.
Carried on the wind. What's up?
Here we go.
Soothing your wounds. Come to me for healing.
Fine with the cleanse, keeping numbers going, not worried about what they have. Good sleep by there. Oh, nice kill. Trying to keep your mercy healed. Great job. Good positioning, good balance of everything. I mean, like I said, like I'm pleasantly surprised. You're doing well.
Yes.
Yeah. So a little bit of advice I'm going to give you. I think there's definitely opportunities to go for these type of plays, but I want to see you try to give yourself a little bit more leeway on, like, a safe approach. So, like, what I mean by that is, like, what is stopping you from going here to shoot at the Ana rather than go here? You know what I mean? While going on a flank as a Kiriko is an effective strategy, which I totally am okay with that because that is a part of a strategy of Kiriko. Why are you going, like, here rather than going, like, right here to kind of outplay a little bit? Also, a little bit of a note. If anybody doesn't know this, you can also, well, one, Kiriko can wall climb, but any hero can go up on this wall up here for a second too. So if you want to go in a spot where, like, even if you get slept, it might bring you backwards a little bit, you can just jump up here. This is, you can jump on top of this. So sometimes you'll see me play and they'll be, like, waiting for me to go through the doorway. I'll jump up here. They're staring at this doorway and I roll them from this angle. I just think both times I've seen you go for these off angles, you're getting a little bit too out of position to do it. You have the right idea. It's just, you got to get a little bit better at where you position yourself when you do it. So that's where, you know, I definitely think you can improve on that so far, what I've seen. Anyway, let's continue on. Hey, you have your ult soon. This is good.
60 seconds. This bodes well for you.
What in the world is this matchup? Yeah, the Zarya's just looking at you like, I'm not gonna charge you. You gonna charge me? Just be careful. Listen, I know you hear the Tracer, but you know your Zarya is kind of like in these like 1v1s. So I want you to focus a little bit more on your Zarya in that situation rather than worry so much about the Tracer. You have the capability to give yourself at least one opportunity to get away from a one clip by just using your Swift Step to begin with. So don't worry too much about that Tracer until you actually hear that Tracer commit in, okay?
Heroes never die.
Feels like selling, huh? Let the Kitsune guide you!
All right, you got the cleanse off. Playing back, good positioning. Now trying to heal up your Zarya. Your Zarya will carry this fight, not the Genji, so keep healing your Zarya. Nice. Your good positioning's led to this result so far, by the way. Going on Kart because you have to. Turn around to help your team. Play behind the Kart as an angle. That Ryan's hecking up by not going to the point. Nice job. Great cleanse. You can Swift Step out now, or just like do that. Nice, good job.
Don't worry, you got a long life ahead of you.
Excellent. Absolutely excellent. I mean, I don't have too much to say outside of a compliment on that play. What carried that from the get-go was your positioning. I just want to point out, this is why good positioning is so key. The good positioning by you carried the rest of the way because you were able to survive their onslaught by being in a good spot and prepared for what they had. And then you were able to take that from there and then carry the rest of your team the way. And that started with good position. And that's why I stressed it so much about have good positioning. Excellent position in there, staying alive during their onslaught of damage, got the heals up, recognized you needed to be the Kart person. The moment that you had people on there, you knew to Swift Step. I mean, I don't have too much to say about that. That was a good sequence by you. Good job.
Uh-oh, the payload's moving! More I think we're out.
I feel like your team's just feeding. That's it. I don't really have much that would have changed that fight. Your team just played close, you got rolled. That's it. I got nothing else. Moira now. This is interesting. I'll see how this goes. Because the Moira swap kind of comes out of nowhere. Oh, you said going for the pylon? Yeah, I mean, at that point, going for the pylon was just like I felt like the fight was already hecked up at that point. That's a big slam alert. Nice, you survived. Okay. Oh my. I can hear that macaroni and cheese from a mile away. Do I do it, chat? Do I ruin it for everybody again? You said LMAO, what does that sound? Oh, you don't know? Well, I got some news for you. Have you ever seen the streamer mode Macaroni Glove? That's the name, Macaroni Glove. That's because the sounds from Moira is somebody putting a glove on, moving their hands around in macaroni. That's why there's a streamer mode name called Macaroni Glove. Because that's the sound of macaroni being moved around with gloves on. That's why Macaroni Glove is a streamer mode name. Because that's how I found that information out. I asked specifically, I said, why is there a name of Macaroni Glove? And that's what I found out. Good healing orb. Don't mind the damage orb there. Big slam alert. Remember, damage orb does resources, which is what you did. Good job. Yep, farming up your resources, totally fine. You kind of lost your rhyme here, so it's... Head towards point soon? I don't think... tough to say. That one's tough to say because I would like to see you go for point there. But, like, maybe it's better you just survive it and keep the momentum here. I don't know. That's a tough one. Yeah, that's like one of those 50-50 plays where I think either way is fine. That's fair.
We must get them off the payload. Receive my aid.
Survived. The Genji was, yep.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
The Rhine plays very aggressive, which, you know, I'm trying to... I feel like you would have been fine on Kiriko also. I think you also would have been fine on Kiriko. Because you switched off really quickly. So, you did say that Moira is a comfort pick. So I get that. So I'm not gonna like fault it. It's just like you would have been fine on Kiriko here too.
Big Starlock, you're broken. May I? Come to me and I will heal you. Recover your strength. Can't heal you yet. Sniper! Must be cautious.
Why has this game become like a deathmatch now? Everything was fine for the first beginning part of it, and now it's just a deathmatch. Everybody's everywhere. You're 1v1 and that your teammates are 1v1 and your Rhine's charging in. Like, it just kind of went from being like, oh, this is a well-played, you know, journey of a game to what the heck is going on? This Genji really wants to kill you, don't they? Ryan gets counter-charged into a sleep. What a treat. Big slam. By the way, I am not surprised that your Ryan let your team get chatted there. Their playstyle is very all-in. Just like this Genji is on you.
My power emanates.
I just realized you have the weapon charm of like the WoW quest thing on the bottom. That's cool. You definitely do. By the way, you're doing a good job of like recognizing how to build your resources back. I will say sometimes I feel like you overuse your healing resource, but you do a good job of doing damage to get your resources back. So I'm not gonna fault it. Just be careful sometimes of like recognizing like this, for example. Like you're in like a pre-fight situation. You have a Mercy there. I don't think you necessarily need to turn around and use up that many resources to heal your Genji when like this is a full reset, right? And sometimes finding these small areas of like where you can save your resources is not a bad idea because you're going to want to be able to use that for when they come back here. Now, granted, you'll probably regen your resources, but I've seen you a few times overuse it a couple times where it's like, you know, you can maybe let your Mercy finish the heals there or like they're going to be fine. Don't worry about them. Yeah, I mean, the tap heals, they know the tap heals, I think. I've seen the tap heals happen, but I've seen them try to full heal somebody a little bit too much when nothing's happening. It's just a small thing like that I just noticed because as a Diva player, I mean, obviously I have a lot of Diva time. You know, a lot of resource management on any hero like, you know, Moira or Diva is a really huge part of the play style that kind of goes under the radar a little bit, in my opinion. Like, goes under the radar quite a bit, so I just wanted to point that out. Tap heals is where you just kind of like... Okay, I can pause again, sorry. Tap heals is where like you just burst heal because you have a little bit of heal over time effect when you do it. So sometimes players will just hold the button down. Like, say you have a Genji at 180 HP, you do a tap heal, they'll probably get healed up over time enough, right? Some Moiras will continuously heal, and you end up using a little bit more resource than you need to. So sometimes when you tap heal, you're just going to save a little bit of resource, and then like, your teammates will get a little bit of that heal over time effect. Yeah. Healing Orb's fine here. Just, I would say let your Rhine chill for a second. Oh, never mind. They didn't want to chill. Good damage orb. Healing Orb's fine here. Bouncing it off of walls to get, like, full value. Your Rhine just is taking damage over and over again. I mean, you did your best. You built all charges. It matters. Dying on Kart. All good there. You said that they could throw more heal orbs, and you said that it was a full reset before a fight. I'm gonna give you a counter argument to that. Why, if you need to build ult charge, not build ult charge, but get some resources back, why even try to bother using 50% of your resources to heal your teammates or use a healing orb at that point if your teammates are going to passively regen most of their HP at that situation? So, as you know, Overwatch now has passive regen. I'm a little bit more in the mindset of go throw a damage orb in there and see what you can do when you can just let your teammates regen if the fight is already, like, nothing's happening. You know what I'm saying? So, now, I didn't say don't heal your team because they have passive regen. I'm saying that if nothing's happening and your team is fine, you can kind of change your playstyle a little bit. So, because you get resources back from damage. That's why the bar goes up so quickly, is from a damage orb or a right click on your damage. Dash is out of position. You can ult this if you want to now that they shattered. Good timing. I'm totally fine with that timing because they just shattered, so you know you can't lose your ultimate. Unless you get charged, but they're already dead. I'm okay with that. That was fine. Double support ult, but you stopped the card in the good spot, so this is good. I'm on the damage orb. Back away. Get a little bit of heals out on your teammates. Ryan died because they're just aggressive. Yeah, you have the right idea. Just throw a damage orb in and get out. Good job. Not bad. Holding some aggressive right clicks. Yeah, I mean, they just won with ult. They just won with ult. You were fine there. Nothing you could have really done to change the outcome of that, outside of maybe try to, like, remember when you didn't kill, like, the Ayari on the high ground, things like that. Maybe throw a damage orb up there again, but there wasn't much you were going to be able to do there. That just needed to be a proper reset by your team. That never happened, and that's pretty much the way it goes. You didn't have a proper reset. So, how about BAP? Is BAP good? Yes. I mean, I don't even know if this is a hot take. I think most supports are good right now. I think you can find ways to play every support.
Our enemies approach.
Even if, like, I'm starting to see more Life Weavers in top 500 now. To give you an idea. I'm seeing more Life Weavers now. So. But I think most supports are viable. It's about the combo of supports nowadays. Does that make sense? It's about the combo. Obviously, there could be some adjustments here and there. You know, some heroes could benefit from buffs or, like, adjustments. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's more about your combos now. So. A little bit of an ambitious healing orb because it's just going to fly right past them, which is what it did. I would try to damage orb this corner in a second. Yeah, good idea. Because that is going to get you more value right now. Good job. One more damage orb would be great here. Perfect. Good job. That's going to get your resources up, and now you're ready for this this push by them. This is the correct decision so far. Yeah, it's fine. Nice shot. Damage orb. Good job. All correct. Well played. Happy with that whole sequence. Nice job by you.
Let shadow conceal.
Honestly, They had ults. They played well. Nothing you can do about that. You said the Moira got lost there, but like that's just like an all-in, everybody gets wild type of situation. Could have played it a little bit cleaner, but it just, nothing really was, it's just one of those, that's an overtime fight where things get wild. Could have been a little bit cleaner, maybe a little bit more, you know, a bit more proactive on trying to make a play happen before they can make a play. And I think that's probably the most important thing, is like, when you're in that situation, try to be the one that really sets the tone before they can even make a play. You want to like deny them that space. That's why, believe it or not, in overtime, some of the best plays is to leave one on the cart, and then you have everybody else deny the space, so that way they can't come out and just do it, right? Here we go.
Stop the payload. Let us keep our questionable choices to a minimum.
I wonder if they're gonna fix them. Has anybody had the Moira glitch recently with the orb, where the orb gets stuck in front of you? Like it just sits in place, but it's still working? Oh, yeah. To give you an idea, by the way, I had that happen to me yesterday, and I was on Diva. Because we don't see a ton of Moira. The orb stopped in front of me. I ate it as Diva. I ate the orb. And then out of nowhere, an orb bounced off a wall like 5 feet away from me and did a bunch of damage to my teammates. So it actually let me eat the animation, even though the orb was still doing whatever. And then the actual orb that was behind me was doing a bunch of damage to my teammates. And no, that wasn't a change they put into the game to have the orb stop. It's a visual glitch that allows me to eat the visual orb that's not the actual orb. So I ate the orb and it was still going and doing damage. I was like, oh man, I hope they fix that bug, because it can be frustrating, because like it could be doing damage to you and you don't even know it. Maybe it was tied to last season. I don't remember. You remember seeing that in Jungle Queen's lab? I don't remember. Actually, I don't mind this. Actually, I think this is actually a really good play. Because like your teammates are fine, they didn't push it past the corner. Great timing. Excellent play, because you knew the timings were fine, your teammates were safe. That was excellent. Good job. Yeah, I mean, for you, I think you've definitely improved. There's no way you're in bronze anymore. I can assure you that. So a couple things to work on. Remember with your Kiriko like flank plays, just to prioritize your positioning. And what I mean by that is you have good positioning when you heal, but when you go for flank plays on Kiriko, you forget about that really good positioning. So what I want you to do is to kind of rework what you're doing when you go for that. Like prioritize positioning on those flanks to get your kills. On Moira, just clean up your resource management. I do think you have pretty good resource management, but why not improve that? Why not make that better? Why not go and do that? So I think you clean up those areas, you're going to continue to climb, because you had some really good moments. So, and those will just only make you better. Now goes to the part of guessing your rank. Now this one is an interesting one, because I think they're better than what their rank is going to be. And what I say by that is I think that whatever rank we guess, and if it happens to be either lower than that or even a little bit higher, I think they're going to be better than whatever their rank is. I'm going to go with a safe pick here. I'm going to go with Plat 4. I actually believe this player has climbed a ton, all right? I think Plat 4. Now, there's a chance they end up in gold. There's a chance they end up in I don't think silver. If they're in silver, I'd be very, very surprised. Because I looked at everything here. I'm going to say Plat. Believe it or not, I'm going to say Plat 4. I'm looking now. And their rank is, I'm proud of you, Diamond 5. Congrats on that climb. In 16 months, you have gone from Bronze 1 all the way to Diamond 5. I am glad I wasn't correct on that one. Honestly. And that's why I said I think even the rank we guessed, they're probably higher than, because I'm like, this is good gameplay. Diamond 5. What else can I say? I mean, that is all the way from Bronze 1 to Diamond 5 in 16 months while solo queuing. I even think that you could go even further than that. I mean, your gameplay's a lot cleaner. You've improved in the areas you struggled at. Even the areas you struggled at was very minimal where you continue to do that. I mean, this is a completely... I bet if we like watch the first VOD to this one, it's like a completely different player at that point. Like, you did a great job. And that's, you know, you took a lot of advice across the board. You're applying a lot of like the things in Overwatch you want to do with positioning, finding the min-max between
11
damage and
months.
healing, like you're doing
It's
all of that.
actually almost a
Go
year.
clean that up even more, and honestly, I think it'll be good to go. If you like the video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to all 3 YouTubes if you haven't, leave a comment, all of that helps. If you want to submit your own spectating, look in the description below. You'll see my Discord, that's where you do that. We also record these live on stream. You can see the Twitch app below the webcam. Stop by if you haven't, we have a lot of fun here. And with that being said, I hope you all have an amazing day /night.